Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of My Dog Ate My Podcast. I'm your host, Emily, and every week I chat with a different dog owner about their dog. This week I'm chatting with Kat about Georgie, her 2.5-year-old Papillon Chihuahua mix. Please enjoy.
This is Georgie.
Hi, Georgie. Oh, I can immediately see the breed mix there.
Yeah, right? I think he has some pug and some rat terrier, but he prefers Papillon.
He looks very Papillon-y. Like, I think if you told me, there might be people out there who are like owners of purebred Papillons who'd say, no, he doesn't look like a purebred Papillon. But
Totally.
if you told me,
Totally.
I'd be like, oh yeah, he's definitely a
He
Papillon.
definitely is. There's been times where we've run into people that are like, "Oh my gosh, a Chihuahua Papillon," and I'm like, "How did you know
Wow,
that?" It's pretty rare though, but it's mostly he gets a lot of Chihuahua. So
that is impressive. Oh.
he's like, "Stop talking about me."
So tell me a little bit about like his background. How long have you had him? How did he come into your life? That sort of thing.
Yeah. So I lost my Chiweenie about 3 years ago, and I was so sad. He was my soul dog, Charlie. And I was not really ready for a new dog, but my heart was so broken, and I felt like getting a puppy was probably going to be the best idea.
Hmm.
So I was looking at shelters and I couldn't find much, but I decided, what if I give Craigslist a try and see if anybody's needing to surrender their dog that can't afford the surrendering fees. So I stumbled upon Georgie's ad, and it was an accidental litter, and they decided that they wanted to keep two of the puppies, but they were just too much to handle. So I was like, I will totally come get him. And when I got him, he was extremely small. Like he was 8 weeks old for sure, but he was like the size of a gerbil. He
Oh
was so
my
tiny.
gosh.
Now he's 15 pounds. So I've had Georgie for probably 2.5, well, since he was a puppy, so 2.5 years. So he's about two. I paid a whopping $200 for him. It was the best $200 I've ever spent in my entire life. He was extremely naughty, and he had like little devil horns. And we went to puppy school, and now he's a very good boy. So
Oh. Did you already have Georgie picked out as a name for him, or how did you name him?
yes, I have always wanted a dog named Georgie Porgie. I am a very, very big into 80s music, and I love, there's a band, I don't know if you're familiar, called Toto, and they have
Hmm.
a really cute song called Georgie Porgie, and it goes, Georgie Porgie, put in pie, kiss the girls and make them cry. So I always loved that, and so it's like perfect
Oh.
for him. So yeah,
So would you say that's his theme song, or what would you think his theme song would be?
I'd like to think that's his theme song,
Hmm.
but no, I don't know. That's a good. I think he's kind of a baddie now, so he needs. I don't know what his theme song would be. I'd have to think about that. He's not putting pie anymore.
What were some of the things that like had to be trained out of him when he went to puppy school?
He was a biter. He's still kind of mouthy. He'll do like this like little chomp thing. He likes to do this little chomp thing, and he's very camera shy too, by the way. I don't know where he got that from. And he'll do this thing where you notice that he'll like look like he's gonna bite me, but then he'll give me a big kiss.
Yeah.
So he didn't like to sleep. So I would when he was a puppy, he would be up, it was like a newborn, and he'd be up at like 3 in the morning wanting to play fetch, and I was just like in my kitchen throwing the ball back and
Oh
forth,
my gosh.
extremely tired. But you know, I had never had a puppy before, and I didn't know how much work they were really going to be. And it is like a full-time job. It's constant, and it's worth it if you have the time and the patience.
Yeah.
I've had rescues, and I was really wanting a dog that I could mold,
Mhm.
and teach like good habits right off the bat. So,
Yeah, I definitely get what you mean. Like I have two Great Danes, and
oh my gosh.
one of them's better behaved than the other, but the boy Pendleton, I got him when he was, I want to say, almost a year old.
Yeah.
And he was already so much harder to train just because he was already almost a year. So I'm like, well, I'm glad I could give you a home. And, he was a rehome and stuff. But I'm like, oh, but if you were a puppy, you could have
Yeah,
started really, really early with specific things.
absolutely.
So I,
Yeah.
I definitely get what you mean. But
Yeah.
how do you go about training him to sleep more? Is it just tiring him out or?
Tire them out, right? It's just, I mean, walking. I mean, even today, we go for 2 to 3 miles a day. But it keeps me active, and that's
Mhm.
another reason why I wanted a young dog too. Is he gets me out. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter how you feel, you gotta wear him out. So he needs that every day. He needs stimulation. I don't know. He's a smarty.
Yeah, I can tell already, like, just the way that he, like, interacts with you too, and the way he's, like,
No,
very alert
no.
and aware. How does he do in, like, the rain and, like, we had snow recently, like, how does he do with all that?
He does really well. He doesn't mind getting wet. He loves water, which is so unusual. I feel like for a Chihuahua breed, they usually do
Mhm.
not. They refuse to go out in the elements, but Georgie loves the water. And he loves, like, during the summer when we go to the beach, he'll get right into the ocean. He'll dig in the sand. I mean, he loves laying in the sun. The snow kind of freaked him out when we had a little bit of snow, in Seattle last week. It freaked him out a little bit. And it's like he forgot. He was like,
Oh,
wait
yeah.
a second. But he'll just go outside and like lick the snow and eat the snow. It's pretty,
Mhm.
he loves it.
That's good. So it didn't, like, interrupt his routine too much of going out
No,
and, like, getting exercise and all that
not
stuff.
at all.
Oh. So I know that one of his friends is Ghost. How
Yeah.
does he do with, like, the bigger dogs, or, like, who are his doggy friends and how does he get along with them?
Ghost is like his big brother.
Oh.
When Kitty and I take him to the dog park, Ghost protects Georgie. Like if Georgie's uncomfortable, then it's Ghost picks up on that right away and will go and like chase off the other dogs. It's amazing. Kitty and I are just always like, what? He does pretty well with big dogs. His first friend was a poodle, like a big red, standard poodle. Yeah, Georgie does really well with other dogs, but there are some dogs that he's not too excited to meet. He's not
Mhm.
a fan of pugs or anything with a smushed face, like Frenchies, and I think he's a little. They make him nervous. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the squished face or the way they
Yeah.
either.
It could be the squished face or the breathing. I mean, I know that, because I have Frenchies, and, like, when we've gone to the park, Mocha, my smallest Frenchie, she'll be like, and, like, running around, and other dogs will just kinda look at her like, "Are you okay? Are you a dog? Are you a
Yeah.
pig? Like, what
What
are you?"
are
So,
you?
yeah.
Yeah, totally. I feel so bad because they always want to play.
Yeah.
Small dogs usually kind of flock to each other, and
Mhm.
and Georgie's like, like I don't want anything to do with you. You're weird looking. Like,
You sound weird, you don't look quite like a dog, yeah.
yeah.
Does he recognize, like, other Chihuahuas or Chihuahua mixes or Papillons? Like, does he kinda have this breed recognition with other
Yes.
dogs?
I will tell him at the dog park. I will be like, oh look, a Chihuahua showed up. Go get the Chihuahua. Like, easy. And we'll go, even if it's just a small dog, he'll
Mhm.
go over to it because they just know. I mean, Georgie knows. Yeah.
So he gets along with a lot of other dogs. Does he, like, interact with, like, cats or, like, any other animals, and how does he do with them?
He loves cats. When I first got Georgie, I had a couple cats and they would let him just chew on them and chase him around. And I can't say, I mean, I could say kitty, sometimes. I said kitty a couple times. And he'll look around. Like he knows that I could be hiding one possibly. He loves them. He doesn't really chase squirrels, which is kind of interesting, But if he sees like a little bunny or birds, he likes to chase after birds, but
Oh.
I don't let him chase after wildlife. That's a no-no.
Do you have any favorite like stories about him or anything quirky that's come up since you've adopted him?
So, fun fact, I am a railroad conductor engineer.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, I've been doing it for almost 10 years. And when I first got Georgie, I was like, I think it would be really cool if he could come to work with me. And so I, got permission. And when Georgie was a little baby, I got him used to wearing like ear protection. And yeah, we put him on locomotives and he would go to work with me every single day. I was like
Oh
a
my
he'd
gosh.
sit in the seat with me and he loves it. I'd be like, you want to go to work? And we go to work. So he's a little train dude. And I always dreamed of having a dog in my lap, like hanging his head out the window while I'm running a locomotive. So
Yeah.
to live that dream for a bit.
Would he like sleep while he did that, or would he just sit and kind of observe, or what did he
Uh,
do?
Both, sometimes he would be like super early morning, so he'd be kind of groggy and he'd just sleep. He had a bed that he would sleep in near my feet because where the heater is.
Of course.
And then if it got hot, he could walk around and there's a seat that he could get in and look out the other window. But yeah,
That is so cool. I
it
kind
was
of imagine
cool.
him with the little like conductor like hat or
Oh
something with the
yeah,
like.
I always wanted to do that for him. And yeah, he goes pretty much everywhere with me. I also have an old Ford that I drive around from this 1962 Ford that I drive, and he just jumps right in and we take
Oh.
off. Yeah, he's not a very nervous Chihuahua. I didn't want a nervous dog. I wanted him
Mhm.
to be loving and greet people, and so really hard for that.
When you went to go meet him for the first time when he was a puppy, what made you realize like, yes, I definitely want this puppy, or he's the one for me?
That's funny because when I saw him on Craigslist, he was advertised as a Chihuahua Dachshund, which he's not.
Oh.
My last dog was, so I got excited about that. And the pictures weren't too great. He's a little camera shy, so he's kind of squirrely. But when I went to go pick him up, he ran from me, and I was just like, I want that. I want him. I want him to come over to me. Like, get over here. So I grabbed him, and yeah, I don't know. The bond kind of came a little bit later.
Mm,
It wasn't, some people say like their animal picks them. And I
yeah.
definitely had that in my life. But this time I chose my baby. And our bond is incredibly strong now.
Oh.
Yeah.
He
He's
just had to play hard to get at first,
he
and then
he does that. He knows how cute he is. He knows like
yeah.
precious how popular he is and how everybody wants to be with Georgie.
He's like, "I don't know what I'm doing in your lap for so long. This is ridiculous." I
Yeah,
love the,
he's
like, mouthiness, though. I think it's really cute.
mouthy. He's not like he has never bitten anybody or you know um been aggressive.
Mhm.
He's very mouthy. Even he talks like he loves to when he plays with his toys. He's super loud and kind of growly, and it kind of puts people off a little bit. But he likes to play and he likes to let you know he's having a good time.
That's
So
good. I mean, that's a great it's really great communication too with other dogs. Like, if he's playing with them and he needs to let them know if he's having a good time or not, like, it's perfect that he can communicate that. On that note, what do you think would be like if Georgie were human for a day, what would be the first thing that he would do?
I think that he would ask to go to Dick's Drive-In and get a cheeseburger and go to the beach, the dog park beach. See, he
Yeah,
loves.
oh, yeah.
Do you want to go to the beach? See your dog friends?
It's
Yeah.
too cold for the beach.
He's like, doesn't matter. I'm gonna do it anyways. Yeah. Yeah.
So you go get a burger and go to the
Get a
beach. I love
burger and
that.
go to the beach. Yeah. Dog after my own heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. And then I think probably the last question that I want to ask you is, what do you imagine that his internal voice would sound like?
That's funny. My boyfriend and I have like a little voice. Like we make up little stories about Georgie and his friends, and we say, "Oh, Georgie, do you want a paw time your daddy?" Like the way he talks, he would be
Yeah.
kind of like a little kid. Little silly things we make up about our animals, right?
Yeah. No,
Really
I
like
definitely do that. Like I've realized that for all my dogs, like they all have different types of voices, and like when you're imitating them or having a hypothetical conversation with them or about them, it's like we all
yeah.
kind of reach our own conclusion on what our dog's voices are. So I always like to hear like, how do you imagine your dog sounds? Because it's so telling too. I think about like
Uh-huh.
personalities.
Like a kindergarten. You go to kindergarten?
So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just a baby. I'm only 2.5.
Yes, that's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we say. I don't
Just a
know
baby.
anything. I'll be
Yeah.
half.
The real test will be to see if that stays the same as he gets older. I'm sure it will, because it's like, he'll always be a baby. So
He'll always be my baby.
yeah.
Even at almost 3, I'm like, no, please stop. Like 3 is old enough. Thank you.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah. You don't need to grow up. It's okay. Well, I'll let you both go, but thank you so much also for like the last minute um
Yes, yes.
yeah, agreeing to do this, and it was great to meet you and
So fun.
Georgie. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget that you can check out My Dog Ate My podcast anywhere that you get your podcasts. And if you know anybody who would be interested in doing a little show and tell about their dog, let me know because I'd love to have them on the show. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.